Well, hi, I'm Jojo with Center Stage 1 podcast here at the beautiful Bay Street Theater on this rainy day. And guess who I have with me? I have Bradley Cohen. Hey, Bradley.
Hi, Jojo.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. So everyone here may not know you yet. So can you tell us a little bit about your music, your art style, and what you play?
Yeah, definitely. Great question,
Thank
Jojo.
you.
Great question. So basically, I am an artist. I'm a musician, and I play saxophone. And my goal is to just be able to play all kinds of genres for all kinds of situations, and to kind of express myself through music.
I love that. All right. And what locations do you play music the most?
Yeah, so right now, I find myself performing at a lot of private events, and those are really cool types of events and opportunities for me. I get to see amazing people, and everything seems to be so classy and high profile. It's just kind of like my vibe right now.
Yeah, and if you look at your outfit, you're screaming that vibe right now. Is your outfit based on a performer that you admire, or did you just come up with it because of the events you do?
My outfit is ever changing. Right now, I'm pushing the whole classy tuxedo look because I have found that that's what's working for me right now. These high profile events, cocktail hours, dinners, weddings, corporate events, they kind of expect this kind of look, and it makes it a little easier for me to be able to place a bid in. And once that bid is in, I feel a little bit more confident as far as like at least the look, you
Okay.
know? So, and the numbers wise, it has been very promising as well.
Well, there you go. You found something that works and you're sticking with it right now.
Yep.
And then it's forever changing, just like you mentioned. If something else comes up that works better, you'll maneuver into that role, right?
Exactly. If I'm going to be playing with my band and we're going to do like a fundraiser or a community event or maybe like a themed event, like a disco night or something like that, things might get kind of wild. You know, maybe a Margaritaville night. You never know.
Now I want to see you with a fro on and something sparkly for that
Oh, yeah,
disco event. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'm all about shake, 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 and get down on it. You know, it's a lot of fun.
All the classics.
Yes.
Talking about your instrument, so your saxophone is your instrument, but did you always do the saxophone, or has it been other instruments that you kind of fell in love with along the way?
Right. Great question again. So, saxophone wasn't my very first instrument. I kind of, I was always messing around with different instruments and trying different things out just because I always enjoyed music.
Yeah.
Right. So even when I was a kid, like I would have like maybe a plug-in keyboard, maybe when I was 7 or 8, and I would just be playing with it for hours at a time just to, oh, this button makes this noise. Oh, this button and this button together make this noise. So I was always just kind of fascinated with it, right? And then I started performing and playing in middle school and high school. I feel the true story behind the reason why I was playing in school was because I was needing to do an elective because I was raised by a single mom.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Strong, powerful woman, I hear.
Yes. And I don't know the true story, but my feeling is she needed to keep me busy while she was grinding away. So I get a lot of my grind from her.
Yeah.
So while I was in school, I was trying out different things. I was trying out trombone. That was my first instrument in the band, and that was a lot of fun. I made some friends there.
Yeah.
Then I played trumpet. Made some more friends there. And before you know it, I was just playing music because I was making friends everywhere. And I was staying out of trouble. It's true. You know, if you want your kids to join the band, they're going to find some good people. I still have friends that are like from 20, 25 years ago.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Band friends forever, eh?
Exactly. And, you know, and then I got to the point where I was curious about the saxophone. And the saxophone, I started playing it. And this was like maybe seventh grade, junior high.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't play anything else after that. I played it in seventh and eighth grade. And I didn't even look back and think about performing another instrument.
Wow, that's amazing. So you already knew you had a connection with the saxophone and it just stuck.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and everybody loves the saxophone, and I'm not the first one to say it either, you
It's
know?
true.
Like, so it's like, okay, it works.
I know my first introduction to saxophone was The Simpsons with Lisa. So
Yes, which was a cartoon.
yes, it's a cartoon.
Right? And that was about my time also.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, tell me, was there an artist that you connected to that gave you your type of, your version of your music that you play? Because when I think of a saxophone, I think of jazz, but your music comes from different areas. What different areas or even artists do you connect to make your music?
Right. Amazing question. So basically, as I was developing my sound and learning my instrument, I did idolize some artists,
Okay.
you know, and to name a few would be John Coltrane and Charlie Parker. Yeah, so those guys were huge in the 60s and the 50s, and they just kind of are legends.
Yes, they are.
So, and they made music, so many songs. Almost every time they played, it was a song, and it was recorded, and it was put on an album. So I have like maybe 10 or 15 different CDs of just John Coltrane, and another 10 of Charlie. Basically, like those guys were my teachers, right? I would play their music, and when I heard something, I knew it was possible.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, obviously those guys are legends for a reason and hard to recreate, but I was definitely looking forward to like doing the best I can to become like them. And I'm still in the process of trying to become.
As you should, but also finding your own way of
Yeah.
that connection of the different artists together to make your sound. Is that
Mhm.
right?
That's right. That's right. And right now I'm exploring because I'm in Florida. See, I'm adapting. Because I'm in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
there's a big classic rock scene, right? So there was this era before I was born called the 70s and the 80s, right? And they had epic saxophone solos on almost every other song. So like once I moved to Florida, I started to dig into that because that's actually what got me out into the scene,
Mm-hmm.
allowed me to meet my peers and perform more because I was adapting and I was playing. Now I was playing classic rock. I started trying to hit the scene and start a jazz band. It worked out great. I found some amazing players who read music, who are talented, but the gigs were not consistent enough,
Gotcha.
you know? So then I was trying to still build my brand, and I adapted and I decided to pursue classic rock. And that's when I learned about all these amazing saxophone songs. And people love to hear them. It sets a real high bar.
Yes, it does.
And it makes me nervous sometimes because a lot of the people that are listening to classic rock are right now in their 60s and 70s. Some of them are in their 50s, and they have experienced these phenomenal jazz players playing these phenomenal songs.
And you gotta be right up there with them.
Even though these songs came out before I was born.
I know.
You know, so it's like challenge accepted.
Yes,
Right?
as it should be.
So
Yeah,
here
that's
I
how
am,
you grow.
you know. Here I am.
Yeah.
Trying to make it work.
Well, you mentioned that you're not from Florida. Where are you from?
So I was born and raised in California, Los Angeles.
Ooh, okay. How long were you there?
I was there. So I was born and I was there for a year, and then I moved to Italy because that's what my dad did. He met my mom. My dad's Italian, and they went to Italy for 10 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came here with my mom. And when I was 11, I started growing up in Granada Hills, California. That's when I went to middle school, junior high, and high school, and all that. But I am from Los Angeles. That's where I met. That's where my roots in music are right now, because that's where all my friends are. And then I remember going back to Granada Hills kind of recently, maybe a couple years ago, and I went to a Starbucks. I walked into a Starbucks, right? By the way, they're my friends on Facebook.
Hey.
Yeah. And I tag them every once in a while, message them, say, hey, what's up? How's it going? So I went into the Starbucks and was getting myself some coffee, and then I see this person also in the Starbucks, right? And I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? He's like, good, good. Nice to see you. He says, nice to see you. And I'm like, yeah, nice to see you too, man. It's been a while. And then I tested him. I'm like, do you remember what I play? He's like, yeah, I remember what you play. Saxophone.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm like, because, we went and we were in jazz band together.
Oh, okay.
So once you're a musician and you play with people, you're building that relationship. And you think it's like just for that day, but once you play with somebody once, it's like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really is. And if there's any musicians that are watching this right now,
As they should.
okay, I strongly encourage, if you're building a band, to at least jam with them one time.
Okay.
Jam with your musicians, let them know about you, and then you learn about them. Instead of, just shooting in the dark and hoping that they're good, because they could be really good, but you may just not vibe.
Yeah.
And that's very, very important, and they may not last in your project.
That makes sense.
Or go through the ups and downs with you in your project.
So what I'm hearing is bring back garage bands and everyone play together, and then find out if you're good before hitting the road and starting your band together.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, Jojo. Garage bands. What is that, right?
Why did it
don't
go
have
away?
garage bands now.
People barely use their garage.
It's very, I don't want to get too deep into what's happening in music, even though like I think about it all the time, but like that's what we are really missing. We are missing people actually grinding, spending time, working together, making mistakes, and building music from scratch. Like when I was in middle school, listening to the Foo Fighters.
Yes, Foo Fighters.
Yes. Or Weezer.
Yes.
Or Kings of Leon. So those are the days when I was with my bandmates and we were playing music after school. I even picked up bass guitar one time.
Did you?
My very first check from my very first job went to a Squier Fender bass.
Nice.
Yes. And I was playing along to Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Victor Wooten. I was playing some Metallica and some Muse.
Oh my God, Muse. Oh, you stole my heart.
So it was a lot of fun. I play bass too. Not professionally. I am a sax player.
But now you know, multi-talented.
Yeah. Bass is amazing.
Well, you've been dropping some gems there about how artists need to really connect with their bandmates before making a commitment and touring and starting the whole process of what they're going to do together.
Yeah, and don't trip yourself up. Don't think that you need to get paid every time you meet somebody, because you may have just missed an opportunity. Like I see online right now, everything's online, right? Everything's online. Like, no, I won't do a gig unless it pays $150, $200, $300. But here's the thing, like that may be the connection you need down the line when you need to make a phone call and you need to have somebody come into a studio because you are a big shot now.
Yep.
and you just need someone to sit in. And you didn't charge them an arm and a leg. So they're going to come in and they're going to just like do you a favor, which then is going to end up them being on your album and hopefully setting you apart.
This is true.
I mean, it's really hard for musicians. It really is. And then, the whole artificial intelligence and the music, it's like makes it. So I do my best to try to stay as authentic as I can and involve musicians that I know locally and I meet at the jams. And what's cool is that when I start getting busier and start getting more calls, I can't do all the gigs. I can't do all the gigs. So I just, instead of stressing over them, all right, so here's the fork in the road, okay? Company gets big, right? So they can start contracting out work to other people and taking a cut.
Yep.
Right? I don't do that. I don't stress over building my company into a big company. I just kind of focus on, I can do what I can do, and then I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and just give the work out to somebody that I've worked with before.
Paying it forward.
Yeah, paying it forward. Exactly. And that way I don't have to worry about it. And then they get work, and then hopefully it takes them somewhere.
Yeah.
And if it takes them somewhere, and then they need somebody to cover because they're busy. Let's say you have a band, right? And you give work to all 4 members of your band. Now all of a sudden you have 4 people that are willing to give you work. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at like staying busy, by sharing, which is not easy, and people don't do it.
It'll be a better world if they did.
It would be a better world if they did, and it may actually work in their favor instead of them trying to be the boss and trying to make money on top of it. It's but some people do it, and they are very lucrative, and that's what they want to do.
It's true. Well, Bradley, we found out your background, how you're multi-talented, bass player, everybody, and sax, and that you support other artists any way that you can. Tell our viewers where they can find you and if you have a website.
Yes, you can find me on social media everywhere, okay? You can find me in the link below in the description of this amazing podcast.
Yeah.
You can also find me on my website at bradleycohenmusic.com, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, also at Bradley Cohen Music. And by the way, one of the things that I'm doing now to be flexible in this ever-changing is that I offer DJ services.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. And the reason I'm offering DJ services is not because I want to be the greatest DJ in the world, okay? I want to be an amazing DJ, okay? But it's also because that's what everybody wants right now. When they're having a party, they want a DJ. They want to hear their favorite music. But then I play sax on top of it, and now I'm starting to work as a sax player more often.
Ooh.
Okay. So
that's a smart deal. I like it.
Yeah, it's it's strategic.
Yes.
And I'm getting better at everything, including being an MC, DJing, and playing saxophone because I'm staying busy doing that.
Well, everyone hit up his socials. Make sure you make this guy popular as ever and make sure you book him for your next event. Thank you for being here with us at our Center Stage 1 podcast.
Thank you, Jojo.
Thank you. And stay tuned because we have a performance by Bradley. Bye, everyone.